Doctor, I honestly can't remember the last time I went to the bathroom without wincing in pain. That's what Mrs. Alina, a 71-year-old retired elementary school teacher, whispered to me at her follow-up visit 3 months ago. She was always polite, well-dressed, and soft-spoken. But for the past 7 years, she had been silently suffering from something that many seniors live with: chronic constipation. My belly constantly feels like I'm carrying a brick. Sometimes I only have a bowel movement once, maybe twice a week. I feel tired, foggy, and my skin has turned so dull. My granddaughter thought I was depressed. Like many others, she had already tried probiotics, oatmeal every morning, even prescription laxatives. They worked for a few days and then stopped, until I asked her a very simple question. Have you ever tried chia seeds first thing in the morning? She looked puzzled. I thought that was something young people use to lose weight. That right there is one of the most common misunderstandings I see. Chia seeds, Salvia hispanica, are barely larger than a pinhead, but inside each one lies an entire biological arsenal that most people over 60 have never truly discovered. Did you know that just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, about 28 grams, contain 3x more antioxidants than blueberries, 5x more calcium than 100 ml of milk, and even more omega-3 ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, than a serving of salmon? USDA Food Data Central, 2022. And according to the Journal of Food Science and Technology, 2021, chia seeds don't just aid digestion. They may also help balance blood sugar, reduce chronic inflammation, improve cholesterol and blood pressure, slow cellular aging, and the most amazing part, you can start seeing changes in as little as 10 days of consistent use. Let's go back to Mrs. Alina's story. After that visit, I gave her one simple suggestion. Drink 1 tablespoon of chia seeds soaked in warm water every morning before eating anything. No medication, no drastic changes. Just that. 2 weeks later, she came back smiling in a way I hadn't seen in nearly a year. Doctor, I go to the bathroom every day now. My skin looks brighter. But more than that, I don't feel like a burden to my family anymore. The issue isn't that people haven't tried chia seeds. It's that they haven't understood how to use them properly. Many folks over 60 are afraid of small seeds, or they've heard that chia can cause bloating or choking. But the truth is, when used correctly, soaked well, taken in the right amount, at the right time, chia seeds can be one of the most gentle yet powerful natural allies for older adults. Here are some numbers worth thinking about. 27% of Americans over 60 suffer from chronic constipation. National Institute on Aging, 2023. 1 in 2 postmenopausal women have low bone density, partly due to a lack of calcium and boron, both found in chia seeds. And according to Harvard Health Publishing, 2020, a diet rich in soluble fiber, like the kind found in chia seeds, can reduce cardiovascular risk by up to 20% if maintained regularly. So, what really happens when you eat chia seeds daily? In today's video, I'm going to walk you through 7 powerful benefits of chia seeds when used consistently and properly, especially for adults over 60. As a doctor with over 30 years of experience in senior care, I'll share real patient stories, break down the scientific research, and offer clear advice on who should use chia and who should be careful. And if you've overlooked chia seeds before, I hope that by the end of this video, you'll see this humble, non-prescription medicine in a whole new light. Let's begin with the most pressing concern for many older adults: digestive issues. How exactly can chia seeds help heal the gut, especially when chronic constipation has been silently wearing you down for years? Chia seeds and chronic constipation, a gentle gut solution for seniors. Doctor, I haven't gone in days, and every time I try, it feels like I'm giving birth again. As odd as that may sound, this kind of description is surprisingly common, especially from older women after menopause. According to the National Institute on Aging 2023, nearly 1 in 3 Americans over 60 struggle with chronic constipation. And sadly, over 60% of them rely on laxatives, which can lead to dependency, electrolyte imbalances, and even colon muscle atrophy when used long-term. Why is constipation so common in older adults? Let me explain in plain language. Weakened intestinal contractions. Your digestive muscles lose strength with age. Low water and fiber intake. Many seniors cut back on carbs, eat fewer vegetables, and drink less to avoid nighttime urination. Medication side effects, especially from blood pressure meds, antidepressants, or iron supplements. Reduced physical activity. Less walking means slower gut movement. And perhaps most importantly, they're too embarrassed to talk about it because digestive problems feel shameful after a certain age. But the consequences are very real. Constipation doesn't just mean discomfort. It can cause hemorrhoids, rectal bleeding, toxin buildup, dull skin, poor sleep, and even lower immunity, as shown in Frontiers in Immunology 2022. How chia seeds help heal the gut according to modern medicine. When soaked in water, chia seeds swell up to 10-12 times their original size, forming a soft, gel-like coating. And that gel is where the magic begins. Soluble fiber, the natural stimulator. Nearly 85% of the fiber in chia is soluble, USDA 2022. It absorbs water, bulks up, and gently stimulates natural bowel movement. It's like giving your intestines a soft morning massage. No pills needed. Feeds your gut's good bacteria, prebiotic effect. Soluble fiber is food for friendly bacteria like bifidobacteria and lactobacillus. As they digest chia, they produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFA, especially butyrate, which reduce intestinal inflammation, boost water and electrolyte absorption, protect against colon cancer. ZORs, short-chain fatty acids and human colonic function. British Journal of Nutrition, 2020. Keeps you full longer, reducing overeating and snacking. The chia gel stays in your stomach longer, slows digestion, and helps you feel full, naturally supporting weight management, without extreme diets or feeling deprived. Mr. Michael, 68. I thought I'd need laxatives for life. A retired engineer, Mr. Michael came to see me with a familiar story. Only had a bowel movement every 3-4 days. Relied on powdered laxatives to get through the week. Every couple of weeks, I'd get stomach cramps, yellowing skin and breakouts across my forehead. I thought it was my liver. I gave him a simple protocol. Soak 1 tablespoon of chia in 300 ml warm water. Drink it 30 minutes before breakfast. Increase total water intake to at least 1.5 liters/day. 3 weeks later, he returned with a glow in his face I hadn't seen before. "Doctor, I'm regular every morning now. No pain. The breakouts are gone. And honestly, I feel younger." So how should you take chia for healthy digestion? Time of day best practices. Early morning, 1 tablespoon chia soaked in warm water on an empty stomach. Before lunch, add 1 tablespoon to oatmeal, soup, or plain yogurt. After 8 p.m., avoid taking chia late at night if you're prone to bloating or waking to pee. With water, always follow with 1-2 glasses of water to ensure proper hydration. Caution: if you have a history of esophageal blockage, swallowing difficulty, or are on blood thinners, speak to your doctor before using chia daily. Key takeaways from this section. Chronic constipation isn't just annoying. It's a warning sign from the body. Chia acts as a natural, gentle laxative without causing dependency. When used correctly, it can help liberate your gut and restore your quality of life in ways that medications alone often can't. Next up, we'll explore one of the biggest fears for anyone over 60. Heart disease, chia seeds in your heart, lowering blood pressure, cholesterol, and stroke risk. "My heart doesn't hurt anymore, doctor, but now I'm more afraid than ever." That was what Mrs. Judith, 74, told me 6 months after surviving a minor stroke. She lives alone, lost her husband to heart disease years ago, and on the outside she seemed perfectly healthy. Daily walks, balanced meals, even a steady routine. But no one realized her blood pressure was consistently over 150/90, and her LDL cholesterol, the bad kind, had quietly crept up year after year. I thought if I wasn't tired, I must be fine. I had no idea a stroke would hit me while I was peeling an apple. Surviving a stroke doesn't mean you're in the clear. According to the American Heart Association, 2024, 87% of strokes in people over 65 are ischemic, caused by blocked arteries in the brain, and up to 80% of those strokes are preventable if we manage 3 key things: blood pressure, cholesterol, chronic vascular inflammation. Here's the good news: that humble little chia seed can help with all 3. Chia seeds help lower blood pressure through 3 natural mechanisms. Omega-3 ALA, alpha-linolenic acid. 1 tablespoon of chia contains nearly 5 grams of ALA, more than most nuts or seeds. ALA helps relax blood vessels, improve arterial flexibility, reduce inflammation inside vessel walls. Azores, omega-3 fatty acids and blood pressure. Journal of Hypertension, 2021. Magnesium and potassium. Magnesium supports a steady heartbeat and prevents spasms in blood vessels. Potassium helps balance sodium, which naturally lowers blood pressure. Soluble fiber reduces sodium absorption in the intestines, improves endothelial function, how well your blood vessels dilate and contract. A study in Nutritional Journal 2020 found people who took chia daily for 12 weeks saw their systolic blood pressure drop by 6.9 mmHg on average. Chia seeds improve cholesterol, less LDL, more HDL. Chia seeds provide soluble fiber, which turns into gel in the gut and blocks cholesterol absorption. Polyphenols and powerful antioxidants, which prevent LDL from oxidizing, a major cause of artery plaque buildup. Azores, dietary chia seed, Salvia hispanica L, and lipid profile in dyslipidemic adults. Nutrition Research, 2019. 37 g of chia daily for 8 weeks led to a 10% drop in LDL, a 5% increase in HDL, lower triglycerides. Chia helps reduce chronic inflammation, the silent stroke trigger. One often overlooked danger in older adults is low-grade, ongoing inflammation inside the blood vessels. It roughens the lining of arteries, allowing cholesterol to stick and form plaque, which narrows the vessels and restricts blood flow. The antioxidants and omega-3s in chia help lower CRP, C-reactive protein, a key marker of inflammation in cardiovascular disease. Source: American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2020. Back to Mrs. Judith. After her stroke stabilized, I worked with her daughter to gently rebuild her diet. No need to cut out carbs, no new medications. Just one simple change. Every morning, she drank a warm glass of water with soaked chia seeds and a splash of lemon. After 3 months, her blood pressure came down to 132/80. LDL dropped by nearly 15%. Her sleep improved. No more nighttime leg cramps. And most importantly, I feel less afraid. I feel like I'm finally taking care of my heart before something else happens. How to use chia seeds for heart health. Time of day simple suggestions. Morning before food. 1 tablespoon chia soaked in warm water plus lemon slices. Midday snack, add 1 tablespoon chia to Greek yogurt, smoothies, or oatmeal. Duration minimum of 8-12 weeks to see changes in blood pressure and lipids. Key takeaways from this section. Chia helps lower blood pressure naturally, without sudden dips. It improves cholesterol across the board, LDL, HDL, triglycerides. It fights hidden inflammation, protecting vessel walls and reducing stroke risk. And best of all, it's a gentle change, not a crash diet, not a scary medication, but enough to help reverse one of aging's biggest silent threats, a weakening heart. Up next, we'll talk about something many older adults and even middle-aged folks silently struggle with: blood sugar swings, midday fatigue, and that constant crash after meals. Can chia seeds help stabilize blood sugar and blood sugar balance after 60, curb cravings, and regain steady energy? Doctor, I feel fine in the morning, but by 10 a.m. I'm shaky, foggy, and just wiped out. That's what Mr. Douglas, 66, told me at his last checkup. A retired mechanic with no history of diabetes, but every morning he felt drained, especially after breakfast. It's just a slice of toast and a cup of coffee. But after I eat, my heart races, my face flushes, and then by mid-morning, I'm running on empty. Sound familiar? That's classic blood sugar fluctuation after meals. This is incredibly common after age 50, especially in people with prediabetes, those who eat a lot of white starch and little fiber, adults with insulin resistance, often linked to visceral fat. According to the CDC 2023, nearly 88 million Americans have prediabetes, and most don't know it. 85% are over age 45. Without lifestyle changes, 1 in 3 will develop full-blown diabetes within 5 years. Here's where chia seeds quietly shine. They may be tiny, but their effect on blood sugar and energy is surprisingly powerful. Mechanism 1. Slows down sugar absorption. When we eat carbs like bread, rice, or sweet fruit, our bodies break them down into glucose, which spikes blood sugar quickly. But if that meal includes soluble fiber from chia seeds, the gel-like coating surrounds the carbs and slows digestion. It also delays stomach emptying, leading to a gentler rise in blood sugar. This helps prevent the dreaded spike and crash, a major cause of fatigue and brain fog after meals. Source: chia seed, Salvia hispanica L. Reduces postprandial glycemia. European Journal of Clinical Nutrition, 2017. Just 15 g of chia added to white bread reduced the post-meal blood sugar spike by nearly 40%. Mechanism 2. Reduces sugar cravings by stabilizing insulin. Many people don't realize the more unstable your insulin is, the stronger your sugar cravings become, especially for quick, sweet fixes. Chia helps smooth out insulin fluctuations, promote longer satiety, reduce that common "I just ate but I'm hungry again" feeling caused by sudden drops in blood sugar. Source: Dietary chia seed improves insulin sensitivity. Nutrition and Metabolism, 2020. Mechanism 3. Sustains energy levels, no more mid-morning crash. 1 tablespoon of chia delivers 5 g of fiber, 3 g of plant protein, omega-3 that support anti-inflammatory and brain functions. This combo works like a slow-release battery, giving you steady, reliable energy, better mental clarity and focus, less risk of energy dips after meals. Back to Mr. Douglas. I suggested a simple breakfast change. Skip the white toast. Try a chia smoothie instead. 1 tablespoon chia soaked overnight. 1-2 banana. A spoon of almond butter. Unsweetened almond milk. 2 weeks later, he came back with brighter eyes and more spring in his step. "Doc, I'm not nodding off mid-morning anymore. In fact, I walk my grandson to school now after breakfast. Feels like someone swapped out my battery." How to use chia to support blood sugar control. How to use chia. Early morning, soak 1 tablespoon chia in warm water plus lemon. Drink 30 minutes before breakfast. During meals, mix into oatmeal, smoothies, Greek yogurt, or nut milk. Before sweet snacks, drink soaked chia water beforehand to slow glucose absorption from the sweets. If you're taking blood sugar, lowering medications, monitor levels carefully when adding chia. It may enhance their effects. Chia helps slow down carb absorption to prevent sugar spikes. It promotes stable energy instead of post-meal crashes. It reduces sugar cravings, supporting healthy weight and glucose control. And the best part, You don't have to follow an extreme diet. Just adding 1 small spoon of chia each day can quietly protect your body from the inside out. Coming up next, a topic so many women ask me about, especially after menopause: how to manage weight, curb hunger, and feel healthy weight loss after 60. No starvation, no pills, no burnout. Doctor, I don't need to look pretty anymore. I just want to feel lighter so I can breathe easier, move without pain, and sleep better. That was what Ms. Martha, 63, said to me with tears in her eyes. She had spent years trying every diet she could find. A retired homemaker, exhausted from the emotional roller coaster of losing hope every time the scale refused to budge. I gave up rice, fruit, even ate boiled vegetables for weeks, but the weight never moved. I felt heavy and helpless. Her story isn't rare. After 60, weight loss is no longer about appearance, it's about survival. According to the CDC 2023, over 43% of Americans between ages 60 and 74 are obese. Most of this is belly fat, visceral fat, not just subcutaneous fat. And here's why that matters. Belly fat is closely linked to high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, early memory decline, and brain aging. But rapid weight loss after 60 can be just as dangerous, causing muscle loss, bone thinning, and a weakened immune system. So how can we lose weight gently, without exhaustion, without heart strain, without harming our bones? Sometimes, the answer begins with 1 small spoonful a day. Chia seeds, a gentle partner for sustainable weight control. Mechanism 1, keeps you full, curbs snacking thanks to natural gel fiber. When soaked in water, chia seeds form a soft gel-like coating that takes up space in the stomach, slows digestion, keeps you full longer, prevents mindless snacking or emotional eating. Source: effect of chia seed on satiety and energy intake. Nutrition Research, 2020. In one study, those who ate 25 g of chia before meals consumed 300 fewer calories per day, naturally. Mechanism 2, balances hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin triggers hunger. Leptin signals fullness. Chia's blend of fiber and plant-based protein helps reduce false hunger signals, lower ghrelin, improve sensitivity to fullness, enhance leptin response. Source: dietary fiber modulates appetite-regulating hormones. Journal of Nutrition, 2019. Mechanism 3, burns fat, not muscle, thanks to protein and omega-3. One of the biggest dangers in senior weight loss is muscle loss, leading to weakness, falls, and frailty. Chia supports lean body mass by providing 3-4 g of protein per tablespoon. ALA, omega-3s that help the body switch to fat-burning mode instead of breaking down muscle. Back to Martha's story. After just 2 months of adding chia to her daily meals, she lost nearly 4 kilograms, about 9 pounds. Her waistline dropped over 6 centimeters. She slept better, her blood pressure stabilized, and most beautifully, her spirit felt lighter. I stopped hating my body. I'm learning to care for it, not fight it, and it's healing with me, one day at a time. How to use chia for healthy weight loss. Time of day: how to use chia. Morning before meals. Drink 1 tablespoon chia soaked in warm water plus lemon slices. Helps start the day full. Before main meals, add chia to a small snack like yogurt or a smoothie. Helps prevent overeating. Evening before 7 p.m., drink soaked chia water if you feel light hunger. Prevents unnecessary late-night snacking. Note: start with no more than 3 tablespoons a day if you're new to chia. Without enough water, it may cause bloating or constipation. Chia helps with gentle, fatigue-free weight loss. Keeps you full, stabilizes hunger hormones and curbs cravings. Protects your muscles and metabolism during fat loss. Strong bones, healthy teeth. A surprising solution for seniors who don't drink milk. I broke my wrist from just a light fall in the bathroom. The doctor said it was osteoporosis, but I had no idea I was low in calcium. I eat my vegetables. I walk every day. That's what Mr. Frederick, 69, told me with a puzzled look on his face. He had no obvious symptoms beforehand. No back pain, no hunched posture, no missing teeth. But one small misstep and his arm snapped like a brittle icicle. I haven't drunk milk since I was a child. I'm allergic. Can't eat cheese either. Doctor, is there any other way? What he asked is the silent question so many seniors carry inside but never voice out loud. The hidden crisis. Aging bones are breaking silently. According to the National Osteoporosis Foundation, 2023, nearly 50% of women and 25% of men over age 50 will suffer a fracture from osteoporosis in their lifetime. Yet only 15% of seniors get the recommended daily amount of calcium and vitamin D. And many avoid milk because of lactose intolerance, dislike of the smell or taste, fears of high cholesterol or digestive upset. Chia seeds, a tiny grain that acts like a natural glass of milk for your bones. A powerful source of calcium without the dairy. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, tilde 28g provide 179 mg of calcium, right arrow. That's 18% of the recommended daily intake. Nearly 5x the calcium found in 100 ml of cow's milk, USDA 2022. And when soaked in water, chia's outer shell breaks down phytic acid, making its calcium more absorbable by the body. Source: bioavailability of calcium from chia seeds. Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry, 2020. The bone-building trio: magnesium, phosphorus, boron. Magnesium helps calcium bind to bones. Without it, calcium may deposit in arteries instead. Phosphorus teams up with calcium to strengthen your bone structure. Boron, a trace mineral that helps retain calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D instead of excreting them. Chia naturally contains all three, making it not just a source of calcium, but a tool to anchor it in your skeleton. Protects teeth and gums, from enamel to jaws. Zinc in chia supports gum health and strengthens tooth enamel. Its omega-3 ALA fights gum inflammation and supports jaw joint health, important for chewing and comfort. Source: Zinc and Periodontal Health, Clinical Oral Investigations, 2018. Seniors with adequate zinc levels had 29% less risk of gum inflammation. Back to Mr. Frederick, rebuilding bones without a drop of milk. After his wrist fracture, we changed his nutrition plan. But no, I didn't make him drink milk. Instead, he added 1 tablespoon of chia to his mornings, got gentle sunlight daily for vitamin D, ate bone broth soups, and walked regularly. 6 months later, his bone density scan showed improvement. But more than the numbers, he told me, I feel more secure when I walk, bend, or lift a box. I know I'm rebuilding the very frame that holds me up. How to use chia for bone health. No milk needed. Time of day. How to use chia. Morning, soak chia in warm water with lemon. Boosts calcium and magnesium absorption. Mid-morning snack. Add chia to plain yogurt or a fruit smoothie. Before bed, optional, drink warm chia water. Helps reduce nighttime leg cramps from low magnesium. Bonus tip: morning sunlight, 15 minutes day, helps convert vitamin D into its active form, essential for calcium absorption in bones. Chia is a natural source of calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, and boron. Ideal for seniors who can't or don't drink milk. Supports bone density, tooth strength, gum health, and jaw function. Especially helpful for those with lactose intolerance, dairy allergies, or digestive sensitivity. You don't have to drink milk to build strong bones. You just need to understand what your body truly needs and choose your daily spoonfuls with intention and care. Clapperboard up next. A benefit that might surprise many: skin, hair, and staying youthful. Not from anti-aging creams or collagen pills, but from deep within your body with chia seeds. Aging gracefully from the inside out. How chia seeds nurture radiant skin, strong hair, and fewer wrinkles. Every morning, I look in the mirror and see someone who doesn't feel like me anymore. That quiet confession came from Mrs. Karen, age 62, during a wellness consultation I held for postmenopausal women. My skin has lost its glow, my hair falls out in clumps, and the wrinkles just keep showing up, uninvited. Her story reflects a common sorrow shared by many people after 60. It's not about the number on the scale anymore. It's about the reflection in the mirror, the fatigue in the eyes, the feeling of aging faster than your spirit. The truth about aging: it begins inside, not outside. According to a 2021 study in the Journal of Gerontology, 3 key factors accelerate aging of the skin and hair after 60. Oxidative stress, damage from free radicals that breaks down skin and hair cells. Deficiency in antioxidants and essential fatty acids, leading to dryness, brittle hair, and dull complexion. Low-grade chronic inflammation, which delays skin healing, dulls the tone, and causes more flare-ups. Yet most anti-aging products today are topical, treating only the surface, not the root cause. Chia seeds, a tiny superfood that beautifies you from within. Antioxidant power that rivals blueberries. Chia seeds contain potent antioxidants like chlorogenic acid, caffeic acid, myristin, quercetin. These compounds help neutralize free radicals, protect collagen, and slow cellular aging. Source: Antioxidant Activity of Chia Seeds, Journal of Food Science, 2020. In fact, chia seeds scored even higher on the ORAC antioxidant scale than blueberries, long celebrated as the queen of anti-aging. Deep cellular hydration. naturally. Chia is rich in plant-based omega-3 ALA, which helps your skin cells retain moisture, stay plump, and improve elasticity. It also reduces inflammation in the sebaceous glands, helping prevent flaky skin, itching, and breakouts. Source: ALA and Skin Barrier Function, International Journal of Dermatology, 2019. In just 4 weeks, participants who consumed plant-based omega-3s showed 8–15% improved skin elasticity, noticeably more hydrated skin surface, supports collagen production and hair strength. Plant protein in chia provides raw materials for skin and hair cell repair. Zinc, magnesium, and iron nourish the scalp and hair follicles. Boron, a trace mineral in chia, helps regulate estrogen and testosterone, two hormones tied to hair loss after 60. Source: Plant Protein and Skin Regeneration, Dermatoendocrinology, 2021. Karen's transformation, a smile in the mirror once again. I didn't prescribe expensive creams. I didn't start her on hormone therapy. I simply suggested this. Add 1 tablespoon of chia seeds daily, soaked overnight in nut milk or fruit juice. Prioritize good sleep. Reduce refined sugars. 6 weeks later, she returned with glowing cheeks, brighter eyes, and new baby hairs sprouting across her hairline. Doctor, I finally looked in the mirror and smiled. Best ways to use chia seeds for skin and hair health. Time of day recommended use: early morning soaked chia plus sugar-free fruit juice. Mid-morning add to smoothie with cucumber, green apple, pennywort. Before bed chia plus warm water plus ginger slice. Right arrow detox support overnight. Reminder: hydration is key. Drink enough water throughout the day. Your skin's best friend is still plain water. Chia seeds contain powerful antioxidants that help fight free radicals. Rich in plant-based omega-3 and protein, chia helps skin stay hydrated and firm while strengthening hair. Slows the aging process from within instead of masking it from the outside. Beautiful skin doesn't begin with a cream. It begins with what you feed your bloodstream every day. Up next, the final boost to your vitality. We'll uncover chia seeds, a biological battery for seniors, fueling strength, focus, and faster recovery after 60. Doctor, I just walked around the market for 15 minutes, and I was already out of breath. Like I'd climbed a steep hill. That never used to happen. That quiet admission came from Mr. David, 70, a former military officer who had lived a disciplined, active life. I still eat on time, I'm not overweight, my blood pressure is stable. But lately, I feel wiped out after doing the simplest things. Dizzy, sore, like my body just won't bounce back. This feeling of being drained, foggy-headed, or sore for days after light activity, it's something many people over 60 quietly endure. The unspoken truth: after 60, your body doesn't recharge like it used to. According to the Journals of Gerontology, 2022, people over 60 lose 15–30% of muscular endurance, even without illness. Their ability to absorb glucose, fats, and proteins drops by 20–40%. Recovery of the heart, nervous system, and joints takes twice as long after exercise compared to age 30. That's why, A short flight of stairs leaves you tired. A morning walk drains your energy for the day. Even after a full night's sleep, you still wake up unrefreshed. So how do you restore energy without relying on coffee or energy drinks? The answer doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from how you nourish your cells at every meal. And chia seeds are one of nature's most powerful, natural, biological batteries. Chia seed, natural fuel that powers you without spikes or crashes. Sustained energy, thanks to the perfect trio. Fiber plus protein plus omega-3. Just 1 tablespoon of chia seeds provides 5G fiber, 3,4G plant-based protein, 5G omega-3, ALA, a slow-burning fat that converts into energy steadily. Unlike refined sugar, which burns fast and crashes like dry twigs, chia burns like glowing charcoal, releasing energy gently over hours. Source: chia seed supplementation and energy metabolism in endurance athletes. Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research, 2020. In fact, athletes who drank chia water before training performed just as well as those using sports drinks, without the energy crash afterward. Boosts mental clarity, thanks to omega-3s and magnesium. ALA omega-3 is the precursor to DHA, which nourishes brain cells. Magnesium in chia helps regulate heart rhythm, calm the nervous system, reduce chronic stress and mild cognitive decline, MCI. Source: Dietary Magnesium and Cognitive Performance in Older Adults. Nutrients, 2021. The result: more alert mornings, better memory and less afternoon brain fog. Accelerates muscle recovery, reduces soreness and fatigue. Protein in chia helps repair micro-tears in muscles after exercise. ALA omega-3 reduces inflammation, easing soreness and stiffness in seniors. Antioxidants in chia fight off free radicals generated during physical activity. Source: Anti-inflammatory benefits of chia-derived ALA. Frontiers in Physiology, 2020. Mr. David's Comeback, Recharging Strength After 70 Without Extra Pills. I didn't prescribe another supplement. Instead, I simply recommended 1 glass of soaked chia water before his morning walk, a light post-exercise snack, Greek yogurt plus chia plus fresh fruit. Increase daily water intake. Right arrow chia needs hydration to work effectively. 1 month later, he smiled and said, "Doctor, I no longer huff and puff after watering my plants. I even planted a new row of tomatoes." How to use chia seeds to stay energized and recover better after 60. When how to use. Before activity, soak 1 tablespoon chia in warm water, 15-30 minutes before walking or light exercise. After light exercise, mix chia into unsweetened yogurt or fruit. Right arrow speeds recovery. Mid-afternoon slump, drink chia water instead of coffee. Keeps you alert without disrupting sleep. Pro tip: if you often feel annoying hunger between meals, try a glass of soaked chia. You'll notice a major difference. Chia seeds provide stable, long-lasting energy without causing crashes or blood sugar spikes. Helps improve endurance, muscle recovery, and mental clarity. Aids the nervous system and prevents post-workout soreness in older adults. acts as a natural biological battery, affordable, simple, and side effect free. You don't need an energy drink. Just one well-timed spoonful of chia can recharge your entire day. And now you understand why a tiny seed like chia could support digestion, heart health, blood sugar, glowing skin, bone strength, and energy, all from the inside out. But don't stop here. In the final part, I'll share my most important advice as a doctor. Who should be cautious with chia seeds? What are the potential risks of using them incorrectly? And how can you maximize their healing benefits without side effects? Let's finish strong, with the wisdom to use chia seeds safely and powerfully. Doctor, I never imagined something so tiny could change my life so much. That's what Teresa, age 67, told me after nearly 2 months of consistently using chia seeds the way I taught her. She first came to see me overwhelmed with concerns: poor digestion, dry skin, restless sleep, fluctuating blood pressure, and a persistent feeling of running on empty, even though no test showed anything seriously wrong. But now she came back, no medications, no hospital visits, just brighter eyes, smoother skin, and a lighter, more joyful tone in her voice. And here's the truth: that change didn't come from a miracle pill. It came from something as small as a chia seed. But like any natural remedy, chia only works if you understand it and use it correctly. So, as a doctor who cares deeply, I want to make sure you know both sides of the story. Important cautions when using chia seeds daily. Always soak well, drink enough water, avoid choking risks. Chia seeds are highly absorbent. They can swell up 10-12 times their size within minutes. If you eat them dry or with too little liquid, they can swell in your throat and pose a choking hazard, especially in those with swallowing difficulties. Cause bloating or indigestion if your digestive system is underhydrated. A safe tip: soak for at least 15 minutes and consume with 300-500 ml, 10-17 oz of water. Start small, avoid sudden increases. If your body isn't used to a high-fiber diet, suddenly taking large amounts of chia can lead to bloating, gas, cramping, or loose stools. Mayo Clinic 2023 recommendation: begin with 1 tablespoon day, then gradually increase to 2-3 tablespoons depending on tolerance. Don't exceed 3 tablespoons daily long-term. While chia is a superfood, it still contains oxalates, which in excess may raise the risk of kidney stone formation in sensitive individuals, interfere with the absorption of calcium and zinc. If you have a history of kidney stones, alternate chia with other fiber sources like flax seeds or oats. Be cautious if you're on blood thinners. Chia contains omega-3 ALA, which can slightly thin the blood. If you're taking warfarin, high-dose aspirin, or other anticoagulants, you should consult your doctor. Monitor for signs like unusual bruising or prolonged bleeding. Don't take it too close to bedtime if you struggle with nighttime urination. Chia's water-holding ability means it often leads to increased fluid intake. Taking it near bedtime may result in multiple bathroom trips at night. Best practice: consume before 7 p.m. and avoid after a heavy evening meal. Doctor, now I understand. Living healthy isn't some big project. It's about caring for each small meal, sleeping 30 minutes earlier, and forgiving myself for all the years I ignored my body. Those were Teresa's words, and they moved me deeply. I sat alone in the clinic after she left, reflecting on them for a long while. A chia seed, smaller than a fingernail. Yet inside it lies a powerful philosophy. Slow down just enough to let your body catch up. Listen within, instead of chasing external standards. Stay consistent, even in small steps, so health no longer feels like a game of luck. You don't have to overhaul everything today. Just one small choice, done with intention, understanding, and kindness to yourself, is enough to begin again. Chia seeds are incredibly beneficial, but only if you soak them properly and drink enough water. You introduce them gradually, especially if new to fiber. You're mindful of underlying conditions and medications. And the most profound takeaway: good health doesn't come from expensive pills. It comes from small, thoughtful choices repeated with wisdom, day after day. A chia seed is no bigger than the tip of a pin, but if you look closely, it holds a quiet kind of wisdom. It's not flashy, not magical, but it's steady enough to help someone with chronic constipation feel light again, help an aging heart beat in rhythm, keep blood sugar steady through the afternoon, restore energy to a tired body without caffeine or supplements, and maybe most importantly, help someone who's lost faith in their health find the courage to begin again. Yes, science can explain the nutrients in chia seeds, but it's your consistency that unlocks their real power. Not everyone who eats chia seeds sees results overnight, but those who stay patient, tune into their bodies, and use it wisely often discover something even more valuable. Your body wants to heal, you just have to give it the chance. You don't have to change everything. Start with the smallest thing: a spoonful of chia each morning, a glass of water sipped a little slower, a meal not skipped, even when life gets busy, a healthier choice instead of another pill. Just one gentle step at a time. No pressure, no rush. So if you remember nothing else from this video, remember this: you don't need to fight aging. You simply need to make peace with your body, one day at a time. And sometimes, that begins with something as small as a chia seed. Thank you for spending this time with me, not just as your doctor, but as a son, a father, a person who is worried for his own aging parents, and who deeply wants you to feel strong, supported, and seen. If this video helped you or someone you love in any way, tap like so YouTube can share it with others who need it. Subscribe for more down-to-earth health guidance, easy to follow, gentle to practice. And please leave a comment below. I choose to live well, starting with fill in the one small step you'll take today. Because sometimes your story could be the hope someone else is quietly searching for.